That's not a knife. That's a knife. Just want to give you guys a huge shout out to each and every one of you 500 plus subscribers. Thank you very much for everything that you guys have done and all of the support that you have given me. We have reached our goal. I have a YouTube short posted for an entry video. Make sure you guys go over to that short and post one comment. Follow the rules on that short and post a comment, and we will be running that giveaway for each of these two items on the 25th of July. Again, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you, each and every one of you, for all of the support and to getting me to 500 subscribers. I look forward to being able to give these two knife packages away for such awesome support that you guys given me. So make sure you head on over to my shorts and enter through that video. Now let's get to the regular video. Welcome back, everybody. Faithful EDC here with you today. Today we've got the CDC Hanson WXL. This one here is the Crispy Donut Community Knife. Hanson WXL Midnight Edition. Let's check out what we get in the box. We got a nice little holographic sticker here with the Hanson logo on it. You get a real nice microfiber cloth, and of course the information for Donut Knife and their owners. These Crispy Donut Community is once everything sells out, Crispy Donut Community is no more. They have now changed to Voyage Blade Works. So if you're not familiar, Crispy Donut Community is now Voyage Blade Works. So they have a fixed blade or two different variations of fixed blades, and they're getting ready to release some kind of a similar knife as this, but just a little bit different. So that is what CDC has turned into. Crispy Donut Community is no more. But they do still have 6 of these available on crispydonutcommunity.com. I will link that down in the description if you guys are interested in checking one of these out. These are really super sweet knives. Micro milled on the scales there. Really good feeling in the hand. We have a DLC coated titanium scales. You have purple anodized titanium hardware, so T8s, and then the purple anodized titanium pivot screw. You have T6 anodized titanium pocket clip screws and a T8 there, and both of those are also T8. So T8 everywhere except for the pocket clip, and those are T6 screws. So we do have a lanyard hole back here. This also is titanium, that little back spacer that doubles as a lanyard hole. The pocket clip itself is titanium as well. So quite a bit of titanium here. And then for the blade, you have a DLC coated S90V steel. Super nice, super hard steel. This is going to be great for edge retention. Really probably more brittle than it should be, but that's what you get with S90V. So take your pick on steels and use them accordingly. But with S90V, you're going to get a lot of edge retention, but you're not going to want to pry even one bit on the edges there, because it will chip and crack, and then you're going to be ending up reprofiling your knife or ending up with a big hunk out of your steel. So just keep that in mind when you buy this. S90V DLC coated titanium scales and DLC coated pocket clip. So should be pretty scratch resistant and wear resistant all the way around. The purple anodizing is only anodized, so it's not DLC coated, but that is okay. I have had this knife, did have this knife previously for a little bit and ended up having to send it in for some customer service. I had an issue with my pivot screw here. It was completely seized. So I sent it off and they got it fixed up and shipped right back to me very quick. Excellent customer service from these guys. Daily Knife TV also is one of their channels. I can't remember which one it actually was that owns that or runs the Daily Knife. But we do have jimping up here. This jimping is not for the faint at heart. This is very, very grabby, excessive, sharp jimping, just like I want it. I can't tell you how much that makes me so happy that they did that. And then you have jimping out here towards the edge for your detail cuts. So again, really excessively sharp, straight down cuts. That's kind of what I like. I know that's very odd, but that's what I like to see in jimping. I want something to be able to grab my thumb and it not move because I don't want my finger slipping or moving while I am utilizing the knife. The only downfall that I have noticed here, very, very shallow flat grind there. I think it would have been much nicer if we went a little bit higher, at least up to this filler tab here with the high flat grind. But so far with the usage that I use it for around the house, cutting boxes and all that stuff, or cutting the tape of the boxes, you know, opening packages and everything, I have had zero issues. We will do some cutting here very shortly and we will test that theory with that short flat grind and see how it actually works here. Very nice, fits comfortable in the hand. I had the CDC Hanson, the blue with pink sprinkle handle ones. It was a smaller version in D2 steel as well. I've had that in the past. Absolutely love that knife, but it was just a little bit small for my hand, and so I lucked out and got this one here on Whatnot auction from them post blade show. So I threw a little lanyard on, cool little dark stripe colorway here, threw a biohazard blade bead on this red and purple both glow in the dark. So we got orange with glitter, purple with glitter, and red and purple glow in the dark there. So kind of sets it off, makes it really unique and really cool. But let's get down to some size comparisons here. Got your Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Line these guys up. This guy is smaller than the Paramilitary 2. And then our number 2 pencil here and our Sharpie test, or not test, but Sharpie measurement there. You're a little bit over halfway and you've got about 1 inch to 1.1 left in the of the Sharpie. And then once we open this guy, you are looking at exactly a full number 2 pencil, almost to the exact measurement there. And then for your comparison to the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, you've got just under 1 inch shorter than the Paramilitary 2. The cutting edge is very close. This one here has the belly. This one is a flat grind, but the cutting edge is very close. Just because this one here is longer, it means it just has a choke-up choil and a lot bigger handle. But we've talked about the Spyderco several times, so you all know exactly about that. Let's get some actual measurements here for you all. Get out the trusty tape measure, even though I have a tape measure here on the table. And we are going to go closed is 4 5/16 closed. You are going to have a sharpened edge of 2 15/16. An overall blade is going to be 3 1/8. And then tip to toe here, all the way out here to the end, is 7 7/16. So really good, comfortable handle, really good, comfortable size of knife. And of course, with that flat edge, Warncliffe style blade, reverse tanto, whichever one you want to call it, it's going to be excellent cutter and knife. We're having some issues here with my scale here. Let's see, we're at grams. We might need to replace the battery, so we'll look into doing that after this. We might not even get a scale today. There we go. I took the batteries out and moved those around. So now we have a working scale, 4.14 ounces. I'd say it's right underneath 4 ounces without a lanyard. Really nice knife here, guys. I'm going to do some cutting here in just a second. These guys are OEM'd by Kubi. You know, here from the Faithful EDC channel, I've got several Kubis and really enjoy Kubi quality and Kubi machine work. So not really much to complain about there. So we got the XL Premium, DLC coated SS90V blade steel, DLC coated scales, DLC coated deep carry pocket clip titanium, purple anodized hardware. Oh, it is brass caged ball bearings, so super smooth with those ball bearings. Might have it just a hair tight, but I'd rather it be just a little bit tight than an actual guillotine. This blade is very sharp, so let's do some cutting here. Paperwork. Yep, it's sharp, very sharp. And then with the shallow flat grind, we will watch closely on this cardboard as I go through. And it is indeed buckling, but it's not having much issues, to be honest with you. If it had a higher flat grind, yes, that would be a lot better. But there we go. Now it's starting to bite up into it. So there you go. You can see the buckling in the cardboard. So that is due to that short flat grind. If we would have had a higher flat grind, it would have made it through a little bit smoother. But it still has having zero issues cutting through anything. Super sharp. I did want to get you guys we've been missing out on doing this. I want to get you guys the thickness of the blade up here on top. 0.12 and 3.06. So 1.2, 3.06 millimeters. I wanted to get the dimension right here behind the blade, or right behind the edge, so right where it turns black there. So 0.64 millimeters. 0.0255, and then I want to get down here to where the that flat grind ends, so 0.1 inch and 2.55. So there's kind of a dual grind here. So you have your flat grind and then another sort of flat grind that thins this out. So you're 2.55 millimeters right here at this edge, and then 1.2 or 3.06 or something like that up here. So right behind the edge at the top of this flat grind is thinner than the full blade. So it's kind of like a dual grind there. So yeah, I think the blade and edge and S90V all have it going for it to where it's not going to struggle getting through it. Yes, you might have a little bit of buckling in your cardboard, but what knife really doesn't if you're going to be chopping through thick cardboard like that? So this just might have just a little bit more, but with that sharp edge, you're going to get right through it. Zero problems at all. But super happy to finally have this in the collection, and absolutely love this knife. Love the jimping and the blade. So can't say enough about it. Thank you, Crispy Donut community and Daily Knife, Voyage Blade Works guys. You all do great work, and looking forward to your new knives in the future. That's all I got for you guys today on the CDC Hanson WXL. Don't forget to get entered into the 500 subscriber giveaway, which are these 2 knives and a whole bunch of swag that goes with it. I will link the entry video in the description down below. We are going to be drawing this Friday afternoon, earlier afternoon, and that will be on a live. You do not have to be present. You just have to get entered. And then also down in the beacons link down below, if you guys are needing any Olight, any SRM, Cancept Tenable, HX Outdoors, which this is an HX Outdoor knife, Atwood Rope Manufacturing's paracord, or if you are interested in any USA-made knives, Lone Star Knife and Supply down below, they just had a huge restock of Three Rivers Manufacturing, TRM, Atoms, and Neutrons, and all kinds of stuff, guys. So if you all are interested in any USA-made knives, go check out Lone Star through my link in the beacons link there. That'll go to help this channel out and also support a Texas guy trying to create a job and a career out of buying and selling knives. So just support small business, support Faithful EDC here, and utilize that link. It'll help the channel grow. That's all I got for you guys again today, and as always, thank you and God bless.